I'm Coach Allen, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rising star on the big scene, make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat, don't settle for less. They put you through that test, your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote. Chill.
SLT Nation, welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right, we are searching all over this country and we're finding rising stars in our communities who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. But today, we didn't have to look very far, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, right here in our very own backyard, the DFW Metroplex. We dope at high school, and guess what? We got the number 7th ranked team right here in the junior college ranks. And today we got a special guest. That's right, one of the hardest working men in the game. We talking about close to 30 years of coaching experience, and he is the leader of our very own Collin College Cougars women's program. Let's make some noise for the one, the only, the legendary Coach Jeff Allen. Coach Allen, how you feeling today?
Man, I'm blessed. I appreciate it. Glad to be here.
Hey, you know what? It's the song out there that go Man of the Year. We got the Coach of the Year. That's right. We got the Coach of the Year in the building, Coach. We going to have a good show. I am your host, the mouth out of South B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Put your L's up, Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, the other side of the logo, the Quiet Storm. Shh. The associate head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, man?
Here you go with the associate head coach stuff again. It says the head coach. I know we got a legendary coach on here, B. Jones, but watch your tone, young man. Watch your tone.
KT, I just didn't feel in good conscience giving you that when this man is not one, 6 times he been the coach of the year, Kevin. I don't know, man. I had to be very judicious with the usage of that head coach terminology.
I'm pretty sure if they ever had like a middle school coach of the year, I'd probably be in the top 6 one time. I mean,
there you go, KT. I'm with you, man. All right, Coach Allen, we got to get this thing cranked up. We got to turn up the volume. We got to turn up the noise. But before we do that, we need you to take your right hand. We need you to reach over your shoulder, Coach. We need you to pull that strap down and buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Cougar Nation, let's go to work. We got to do the big 3. That's right. We trying to take this show to a whole another level. We close to the end of 2023, and it has been an amazing ride. We want to say thank you so much to all the people that's shown us some support. I'll get all the gushy stuff out later on, but we need you. That's right, the new members of the Sports Life Talk family to do us a huge favor, and that's the podcast Trinity. We need you to smash that subscribe button and become a part of our family. Join a nation that is making waves in this industry. Number 2, we need you to hit that like button as many times as Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk will allow you to do, and let this show just bubble all the way up to the top. And then number 3, last but not least, it's holiday season, and y'all know what that means. To give a gift to someone, and this is one of the best gifts that'll keep on giving, because I guarantee you they're gonna get some gems, they're gonna get some nuggets from this, and it is going to help them out on their walk. So share this show to all of your friends and your family, and I promise you they will be very appreciative of that. Coach, you see us, we rocking the blue and white today, baby. You see,
that's right, looks good.
We came dressed out today to show up for the Cougar Nation. Is Cougar Nation gonna show up for us, Coach?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, I hope they ready to climb like the words on the back of you say, Coach. Here we go. On the count of 3, let's do it like we true to it. 1, 2, 3. Boo! It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. Yeah, coach. We appreciate everybody out there who did any of those three actions. If you did all three, I really want to tell you thank you. Matter of fact, throw us a fire emoji in the conversation, in the chat window, and just let us know if you showed us any support in any form or fashion, just so we can say those two small words that mean a bunch to us. That's right. Thank you. Because thank you around here, we don't do fans. We don't do followers. We only do family. And we want to say thank you and welcome you to the Sports Life Talk family. All right, Coach Allen. It's that time, sir. We got to tell them how they can become a legend like yourself. We got to tell them what the secret sauce of that recipe is. But before we do that, Coach, we got to take you through the burning sands. Are you ready for the Sports Life Talks? Initiation.
Let's do it.
All right, Coach, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
I'm pretty old school, and it ranges a little bit. Growing up from where I was at, we listened to a lot of rock, 90s rock, 80s stuff. I'd have to say AC/DC and Guns N' Roses. Flip side of that, when I was a player, it was Dre and Snoop. And then if I go country, it was, probably Tim McGraw.
That was clean.
Kind of rain. She's my kind of rain. That's my favorite country song. Tim McGraw, B. Jones. He did his thing on there. All right, Coach. So what we like to do, we have to rank everybody's top 5, and the highest you can get is 5. But there's no way we get you on this show and I'm gonna give you anything less than 5. B. Jones, I can't give him anything less than 15 because now I got "Welcome to the Jungle" in my head by Guns N' Roses. You know what we're gonna do, B. Jones? I hope your finger's ready.
It's not, but we're gonna take it to the limit today. Let's go.
How many years has he been a coach?
29, the hard way.
Well, do it the hard way then. Let's go. I think that was real 27-ish, B. Jones, but I'm going to go ahead and say that was 29. Yeah, I was trying to count along with you. Well, man, Louisiana, you say you can't count, so what it is. All right, Coach.
Either 29 or 31. Either way, we showed them some love.
No doubt. And we broke now because of it. All right, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
Superhero. Batman. Why? He doesn't have any superhero powers, but I kind of like the all black look, and that'd be about it.
Yeah, he's the best superhero ever. That's nothing else to really say, Coach. I'm rocking with you with Batman. B. Jones is hating with the whole waving me off, but hey,
the best of the best. There's a lot of haters out there.
No doubt, and he's my biggest one for some reason. All right, so I asked you the superhero question because we consider every coach that comes on our show a superhero. With that said, what would your theme song be?
Well, you already said it. Welcome to the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, I'll be listening to that tonight, B. Jones. On my way to Taco Bell, I'm going to put that on. All right, so what is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
I think basketball and life are the same. It teaches you all kinds of different things. It's, respecting your, people you work with, and teaches you time management, what you need to do to work together. It's life, so that's things you deal with in life. Basketball and life are kind of mirrors of each other.
All right, so do you think that Jeff, the hooper, could play for Coach Allen, the head coach?
Oh, no question. No question. I think I'm a player's coach, and yeah, I think I could.
All right, so we're going to produce a movie that's centered around you. The one thing that we're missing is a lead actor. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
I'm a big John Wick fan, so I'm going with Keanu Reeves.
Coach, we ain't got no violence in the story of your life, though, do we?
No, I think that Keanu's kind of that chill, laid-back kind of guy. Yeah. He could act a lot of different ways, but I just like his style.
But coach, we could go science fiction with this thing, and he a basketball coach by day, but a superhero by night. You know what I'm saying? He got the gun skills, the fighting skills. Let's spitball on. Let's park it like that one then later, and let's see what we can work out. Okay, coach. I like the action superhero basketball coach thing.
There you go.
Yeah, that sounds like a Tubi movie, B. Jones. That's right up our alley right there. We can afford Tubi. All right, coach. So this is probably the most important question I'm going to ask you during the initiation. B. Jones and I, we love to travel. When we travel, we got to eat. So what's your go-to food spot that's close to the school, and what's your go-to meal there?
Close to the school. I mean, the Plano area. I mean, there's all kinds of spots, but my go-to is Chewy's. And Chewy's, and I do the chicken chimichanga.
We vibing, coach. I do the chicken sometimes. Most of the time, I do the steak, though. But that chimichanga is undefeated, coach. It's undefeated.
Jalapeno ranch. Can't go wrong with that either.
B. Jones, we got to move that up, man. We got to go see a game ASAP because you already know I'm hungry when I get off work. And now talking about, okay, let me get back on track. Now it's time for the You Got Next offering. We're passing that collection plates around and asking you to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like this video, leave us your top 5 music artists, your theme song, and your favorite superhero in the comments. And also places like Chewy's, that's where we need to go. And finally, go to our website, sltyougotnext.com, to learn more about us and the You Got Next family members. Now allow me to turn over to B as we learn more about our newest family member, Coach Jeff Allen. So B. Jones, go ahead and take it away, brother.
Coach, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. Just want to let you know on the real, KT and I are huge fans of what you guys are doing over there at Collin College. And I think when we met you, when you introduced yourself and you mentioned a couple of the players that we've had on the show that come from your program, and that's kind of. It kind of means something else because when we first started this journey, one of your players was one of the first people that came on the show and gave us a chance to tell our story. So when it comes to throwing them triple C's up, it means a lot to us, man. So welcome to the show, Coach. But you are a legend in this thing. And the more and more I researched you and the more I dug and learned about you, I was like, wow, like this is crazy that we got I don't want to call you a superstar, but if people could really break down your history and what you've done, they would realize this is a diamond right here in the DFW area. So, Coach, let's take them back to the beginning and let's tell them your story. When did you start playing basketball and when did you fall in love with the game, Coach?
Oh, man. I would probably say when I was probably in 2nd grade. My dad used to go to the Y, and he'd take me up there in the mornings and I'd just shoot around, and it just kind of back then you didn't have a lot of television, the ESPNs and all that stuff. It was like the Saturday or Sunday weekend games that you could watch, Dr. J and that whole crew kind of get you hooked on it a little bit, and the rest is kind of history.
When did you fall in love with it, your personal self? When did it start clicking for you that basketball was going to be more than just a game? It was going to be a way of life for you.
A way of life? I don't think I really grasped that until I was in college. When I really kind of started doing that, I thought that, probably other than that, I knew I probably wasn't going to be good at much else. So tried to really do one thing well, and I just had the right fit and the right people around me, and that kind of fostered into what I am now.
Now, Coach, you pretty tall. You stood up out that child like Coach definitely got that height on him. Now, were you a bucket back in the day, Coach? Could you do some work on that hardwood?
I was a 3-point shooter. Yeah, I was a 3-point shooter. I was a 2-guard.
Really? That's awesome. And I saw that you took your talent. So you were actually a JUCO product, right? And then you went over to Drake University to finish your career. How special is that for you to actually be a component? Like you're not just saying it. You are literally a living testament, a living witness and evidence that, hey, the JUCO system can work for the right player and can boost kids and take them to that next level.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. It gives me that bridge and recruiting kids that, especially, I think there's a lot of really good high school players out there now that normally would have been scooped up, but because of the portal and you're still in that COVID stage at the 4-year level, there's been a lot of high school kids that just didn't get the offers they probably would have 3 or 4 years earlier. And so we're seeing a lot of really good players coming to JUCO, and you kind of have to, there's some people that still have that stigma of, obviously with Last Chance U, there's some things there that, that shows out, but for us, we recruit character kids and get the right fit for us. But so you kind of have to say, hey, this is a springboard for what you're going to do next. And a lot of kids, I think, because they get maybe a Division I offer, they take it, and the next thing you know, they're sitting on the bench because they didn't realize, hell, I'm playing against these other kids that are juniors and seniors, and they have to go through that process. Well, if you go junior college, it's just you and the sophomores, and the probability of you playing, and that's how you're going to develop, is by playing games at a higher level. And so it's, JUCO ball is the real deal.
Coach, I could not agree with you more. I've went on record time after time saying that I would, if I had a kid who was, talented enough to continue playing basketball, I would tell them to take the opportunity that allows them to get on the court. I get it. Chapel Hill is beautiful. I know some of these facilities are absolutely amazing, but unless it's your degree, right, and you saying that, hey, I'm going to go and get an education and it's specific to this university, I say get where you can play. Get where you can play and get opportunities to grow and develop, because the tape don't lie. But Coach, you brought up, it's almost like you over here reading off my headlines over here, Coach. You talked about Last Chance U, and I gotta dig in. I can't let you just drop the little Last Chance U line and we move on, Coach, because you and I both know that Last Chance U, it did two things. It created a lot of intrigue with some, but some, it made their stomach churn a little bit. Some, it kind of like, do I really want to send my kid to a JUCO, especially a JUCO where it's out of town, right? I mean, I think the one in California had kids sleeping in their cars. I mean, it was absolutely a traumatic experience for some. But then again, it was kind of sensationalized, right? Well, how cringe-worthy was that whole episode of that whole series for someone like you? And how far do you think it set y'all back, or do you think it did a great job of telling the JUCO story?
Well, I kind of watched bits and pieces of certain ones. Come to Plano, come to Collin College. This is, we've got a great place, a great facility, a great area in Plano, and those kind of things. It's, there are, watching Last Chance, yeah, there are certain JUCOs that are like that, but that's, I think, a minority, to be honest with you. But I can just say, hey, look up Collin College, and you'll see a different side of it for those that kind of take a look at that.
Well, I tell you what, if you're going to pick a JUCO, go to a JUCO that's going to get some W's and going to win. Coach, now you are knocking on the door of 500 wins. Has that soaked in yet? Have you looked at yourself and like, this year I'm about to make history?
I have not. I don't even pay attention to that, to be honest, totally honest.
Well, Coach, I'm a shout it from the rooftops. I'm gonna pay attention to it. We're gonna be doing a Coach Allen countdown here on the show. I think every week we're gonna tell y'all how close Coach Allen is to hitting that 500. But in reality, Coach, I know it's not something you're paying attention to, but how special is 500 gonna be for you?
It'll be special. It'll be special just because of the players that have played here and before, and it also just tells me that I'm old.
You've been doing it for a long time, Coach, almost 30 years now. I saw that in your journey. You started off working with boys, and so how did you transition into the women's game?
Man, I was on the men's side for 7 years. I was at a Division III JUCO here in the Metroplex, Brookhaven College, and we played Collin every year. And I got to know the men's coach here, and the job opened up on the women's side, and he asked if I'd be interested, and I was like, I don't know if, I never thought about coaching women, and the more and more I thought about it, the place where it was, where the program could go, you know what? I just jumped in with both feet, and the rest is history.
Now, this is the moment of truth, Coach. I know the game is to be sold, not to be told, but you got to tell us, Coach, how does one jump in head first and turn this school into a powerhouse? You guys finished with a record of 29-3 last year. The numbers are absolutely insane. I mean, the wins are going off the chart. Y'all are taking this team. I mean, you got a literally legit national title contender right here in our very own backyard. How does one build a program like that can sustain success over a longevity?
Well, it was a process. It still is a process. Anything that you do worthwhile is going to take time. And I think once you develop relationships and get to know people, I think that kind of helps. For us, having the right players obviously is the most important thing. But what happens is when you start, and each year as you're developing and kind of going up those stairs, players recruit players. And so I think, when you get certain players and you figure out how you want to play, what kind of person are you wanting to have in this culture, I'll have a lot of times that we've had players, hey, Coach, I know so-and-so, and, I think she'd be a great fit here. And I'll ask, hey, well, is she as good as you? And Coach, she's better than me. Okay, well, ding. We're going to look at that and what kind of person, a coach, she would fit your culture, and that kind of, it fosters, it just kind of grows. And so it's kind of like we always seem to start getting the same type of player and the same type of person. And so I think there's a consistency there.
Well, Coach, you guys are super dope over there. I can't wait to see the Cougars touch the floor. I'm gonna give you a second to talk about what we can expect out of this team, but I gotta give you your roses one more time before we talk a little hoops and X's and O's here. Are you tired of being the coach of the year? Are you tired? I'm like 6-time conference coach of the year, but then all of a sudden in 2022, 2023, you saw a whole nother level of success, being crowned as the 2-year college national coach of the year. How significant was that trophy, and how does it feel sitting over there in your trophy case right now? What does that mean to the program, Coach?
Well, I think it just validates what we're trying to do here. I mean, and being recognized for that as a team. Obviously, it's the players that win these games. I just try to manage it and not mess it up.
Well, I seriously doubt you over there messing them up, Coach. Now, you got an interesting wall behind you. I typically don't talk a little bit about the walls, but I don't know why I got a feeling that this wall behind you with all of these pictures is just oozing with stories, Coach. I mean, is that a collage of history over the 30 years of your coaching experience?
Those are our conference championship posters. I got a couple behind there too because I ran out of room over here, but yeah, we put up our conference championship posters and display it in the office for, recruits to see, and just, it's just kind of nice to have.
Nice to have. It's amazing to have, Coach. Now, Kevin and I, we coming. Hey, you can go ahead and book us. I need 2 really good flow seats, Coach, so we can come in. What'd you say, Coach?
I said we'll put you on that pass list anytime.
Hey, we ready. We coming. But you got to tell us, after I get my stomach all full of that chicken chimichanga, you got to tell us, what are we going to see when the Cougars hit the floor, Coach?
Oh, man. What are we, 5 games in already? So we're still kind of learning what we want to do, but we're going to play together. We're going to play hard. And I think right now our stamp is how we guard. We're really good defensively. The kids have bought into that, and they play hard anyway. So, we're gonna play hard for 40 minutes.
Well, you got a dog. I know. You got a dog on that team. You got to tell us about that black mamba, that young lady that wore that 24 jersey. What's her name?
𝐦GN.
Woo! She cold. She cold. How did you get her, Coach? Well, tell us quickly the recruiting story on getting Miss Jennings.
from New Zealand. That's a perfect example of what I was talking about, sustaining and players recruiting players. I coached her cousin, and she told me about her, and she says, hey, Wyatt, I want us to come over, and she would be a great fit. And first thing I asked was, hey, is she as good as you? And she's, Coach, she's way better. I'm like, oh, we're done. What's the number? Let's get on it. And that started the whole process.
That's awesome, Coach. That's awesome. Well, I'm super impressed about the program. You guys got some amazing players, and I know you talked a little bit about Plano. I used to actually live in that area. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful environment. Even the campus is amazing. But I'll let you before we play the game, Coach. I'll give you 1 minute to pitch to a kid that's watching this right now, thinking about maybe coming to coming that JUCO route, maybe thinking about coming out here to the DFW area and playing for you, Coach. I'll let you give them that 60-second pitch on why that decision should be easy for them.
I think it's easy. If you come to campus, meet our players, and see what we have to offer, and just the culture and the atmosphere that we create here is genuine. It's not fake. It's not cliche or whatever. We're like, when kids come on visits, we don't, bells and whistles. This is what we are, and you get a vibe from that. And so you come check us out, you'll understand.
And I will testify, Coach is in the gym. Very impressive. He sit there right there on the front row with us, chopping it up, looking at kids. And so this guy's the real deal. He is the truth. But Coach, now is the moment of truth. Now we got to have a little fun, Coach. You ready to have some fun with us? You ready to play along?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show where KT and I, we put on the gloves. We do a little bit of one-on-one, but now, Coach Allen, you are officially calling all the shots. Now, we're going to take you through a complex series of options. All right, Coach? And whichever one of those options you select, that host will get a point. The first host to get 2 points, or the best out of 3 will win this episode's game. This is basically our version of Would You Rather on steroids. Okay, Coach?
All
right, here we go. KT is a defending champion. Let's let him have it, KT. Come on.
All right, would you rather coach a player that needed guidance because no one gave them a chance and they were better than their cousins too? They make it to the Basketball Hall of Fame, and then their speech tells you they wouldn't be there without you, or
would you rather get the head coaching job of your absolute dreams, go into the Hall of Fame, and just be known as one of the greatest coaches in the country that ever did it?
No, I'm going KT's route all the way, every day.
Come on, let's go round 2.
That's big of you, B. Jones. I just knew you were going to hit that, give him the negative sound. I'm proud of you, B.
I want everybody to go watch the last episode, because really that's not the option I wanted to give, but it was so much crying previously that I couldn't.
Round 2, Coach. Would you rather host a food show where you get the chance to explore delicious dishes from around the city for ESPNU, and you also get to interview other college coaches and introduce them to the world of Collin College, or you already know what this is, Coach. We got to do it one more time with Last Chance U. We're going to have Netflix come down, and we're going to film it right there on your campus, except this time it won't be football. It won't be boys basketball. It is going to be women's basketball. And we're going to highlight the Collin College program, one of the best programs in the country, and tell them your story your way, Coach.
Yeah, I got to go that route. Shine the light on what it's really about.
I know. Coaches don't. I already knew which way that was going to go. All right, here we go. Here we go. The last round. We don't talk no more, Coach. We take it to the sneaker game. Both KT and I super sneaker heads. For those of you who've been watching the show all year long, I hope you enjoyed this part of the show, because before the show, KT and I selected a pair of sneakers that we thought represented you, Coach Allen. And then for those of you who are new to the show, come hang out with us Wednesday nights. Every Wednesday night at 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time, we go live. I do a segment called The Drop, yada, 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 but it's more than a sports show. We talk fashion, music, everything, but I'm a sneakerhead. So, Coach, on the count of 3, we're going to get you to say, hold that sneaker. When you do, we're going to show you the sneakers that we selected out of our collection that we feel like that represents you and your program. Okay, Coach?
Got it.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Hold that sneaker. Ooh. That's a tough one. I'm kind of a fan of the All Royal.
And y'all know what that means? And new Sports Life Talk champion of the world. That's right. For those of you listening to this on the podcast version, I wonder with a Jordan OG High Royal Blue, the Royal Coach even knew the name of them. That's impressive, Coach. The Royals. That's right. And I'm back to crown the champion. Hopefully, I can sustain this for the rest of the year, and I can finish out 2023. I'm feeling like I will, because we got a couple of more dope guests coming on this thing. All right, Coach, let's get up out of here. Let's go home. We promised you 40 minutes. We gonna keep this thing under 40 minutes. But before we go, we talked about how you got into coaching. We talked about your success and all of these trophies and accolades you guys are winning. But we want to know. The title of the show is You Got Next. What's up next for Coach Jeffallen?
Man, I'm just going to keep going on. I have no idea. Whatever I worry about today, and then once tomorrow comes, we'll just take it one step at a time.
Easy peasy, huh?
I keep it simple.
Hey, now I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit, Coach. What's the expectation of this program? You already finished 7. You can't give us nothing less than 7. What's the expectation of this 2014?
Well, we just, it's the goal every year is to win it all. But, it's tough to do. There's not many that can say that. And, I'm simple. I tell our players, just win the next game, win the next play, win the next whatever. And it's that process that it'll, over the long haul, hopefully it adds up to what we're trying to do.
And how many assistant coaches do you have, Coach?
Actually, his daughter, Reagan Peebley, the former coach at TCU.
Yep.
Her dad is my assistant coach.
No, man, this is a small world.
Ray Scott. Yeah.
Wow. Tell us a little bit about Coach Scott.
That cat's been around forever. He knows his basketball. He drives from Fort Worth to Plano every day.
Man, that should deserve a trophy on this in itself.
He's committed.
Man.
Committed. Yep. So, yeah, we've got a lot of knowledge going on.
No doubt. Do you have any shout-outs you want to give?
Oh, shout-outs to all the former Cougars out there, former Brookhaven Bears that I coached, and our current team, and then, my family, my wife Kim, and my sons Luke and Zach.
All right, Coach, so this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. Tell them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who you calling out? Who should have next?
Well, you had mentioned one earlier. We try to get 𝐬𝐻𝑗ennings on. I'd also like to get a former player, Tree Brooks, who's now the head coach at Hill College, who's in our league. So kind of keeping that coaching tree along a little bit.
All right, Coach Brooks and Miss Jennings, the Black Mamba of Collin College. We got to get y'all both on the show. Season 4 is lining up to be a doozy. I can't wait to hear y'all stories and get y'all on the microphone and have a good time with you guys. But Coach Jeff Allen, you got next. Sir, you are the truth. You are a pioneer. You are a trailblazer. You are icon. You are extraordinary and elite. You deserve a yeet. Hey, that's what's up. I've had a great time. I hope y'all had a great time. And y'all make sure y'all get out to support this Collin College team here in the DFW area really soon. The season is on. It's on and popping. And we got some contenders right here. So you promise you, we're going to get y'all some good basketball. Thank y'all for watching another fire episode of You Got Next. KT and I are super appreciative of the love and the support. If you didn't do it in the beginning, this is your opportunity to do any of those three things or all three of those things and become the MVP of this episode. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you smash the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. I'm going to add one more onto it. Tap in with us, lock in with us on our social media platforms at SportsLifeTalk, all one word. I promise you, we will not let you down. We're going to continue to be the hardest working podcast in this game. We're going to keep telling the story of women's basketball, women's coaches, athletes. It don't matter. We are not going to fail. And we promise y'all hard work and great entertainment. And listen, if you want to take this show on the road, do that. We got this on the YouTube version, but you can also listen to You Got Next in your car, on your way to work, in the gym while you're doing your workout, in the kitchen while you're cooking. It don't matter. You can hear me roast KT and have a good time. And that's anywhere you listen to podcasts, okay? So Apple Podcasts, Spotify. And then don't forget to come hang out with us Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And then that's the last thing I want to do is invite you. If you are somebody sitting out there, you got a story, and you got next, go to our website, yougotnext.com. Click on the nominate tab and tell us why you got next and reach out to us. And we're going to reach back out to you and give you an audition opportunity to be on this show in season 4. It's just that simple. I promise you. We are the guys next door. We're your play uncles, and we're going to keep representing. All right, KT, call me champ. And then I'll let you get us out of here. Let's go, KT.
Now you're doing too much. And I almost asked Coach where the nearest Taco Bueno was because I can't trust his decision-making skills. But then I remember how good that food is, and I came to my senses. Coach, thank you so much for rocking with us. Whatever you need from us, please let us know, and we got your back.
Appreciate it. Had a great time.
No, kids. Yeah. Welcome to the jungle. Let's go, Coach. You the truth. We can't wait to come out there and see y'all play. Sports Life Talk Nation. We love y'all. Stay safe. Be blessed. Respect each other and love one another because together we are better. And keep dreaming big because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet!
Crazy is I knew you had next because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Like Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Like Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be.